Hello everybody, thanks for joining me. Today is the anniversary of the death in 1981 of Bill Haley, one of the pioneers of rock and roll. And in 1955 he was at the height of his fame, having just recorded perhaps his best known song, Rock Around the Clock. Just a few months before, the young 19-year-old, quite shy Elvis Presley had strolled into Sam Phillips's Sun studio in Memphis to do some trial recording, and Sam Phillips saw in this young man some promise. So eventually Presley and Haley got together on a tour. Elvis Presley very low down the list of the artists being publicised for the tour, but it meant that they travelled around quite a lot together during that fortnight, and Bill Haley always made sure that Elvis was in his car because he clearly took a shine to him and thought that he had some promise, talked to him about his future and what he wanted to do. Apparently the height of his ambition at that stage was to buy a Cadillac for his mother. And then later on, when Elvis Presley was doing his national service in Europe, Bill Haley was doing a tour in Germany, and they met up again and again spent some significant time together. And Elvis Presley's favourite song was one of Bill Haley's Crazy Man, Crazy. And then later on in the 70s, they also had time together. And clearly, Bill Haley was a big influence on Elvis Presley. And I just thought today, as I think about that I'd recall some of the people who've been a big influence on me. Some of the meetings have been casual, accidental, some deliberate. Sometimes I've got to know the person quite well. Sometimes it's just been a brief encounter. Sometimes the influence is one that the other person is aware of, and sometimes they're not. But some of these meetings with other people can have a big influence on the way our lives develop, on the way we're thinking, on what we plan to do with our lives, on decisions that we make. And so perhaps you'd like to join me today in just thinking about what the important people have been in my life, some obvious ones, but some much less obvious, to celebrate the fact that those meetings ever took place and to be grateful for that human interaction, that human support and influence that can add so much to the lives of each of us.